This is step 14, building the armature, and this is going to be video number 3. So again, looking at our drawing 14 and making sure that our sides are right and everything. So I have the bottom piece drawn and one of my sides drawn. Now I realized before I started cutting, I said, you know what? This piece here, this side of my tape, it angles in. It is not straight up and down. So what I needed to do was I needed to measure how far in that angle goes. So I took 2 rulers, and if you line them up right on the edge, then you can see how far in that angle is, which it is 1/2 inch angled in. So then I know if I take that times my variable, which is 5.5 for me, I get about 2 3/4 inch. So then I can go to my chipboard and I can measure 2 3/4 right at the bottom of my piece. And then I know that I can then go from the top and angle that side in, just like how it is on the tape measure. Now you can also see that this is the side of my tape measure that has the big curve in it. So I made a couple lines because I wasn't super satisfied with my first curve. So once you make a couple lines, and again I'm doing this with Sharpie so you can see, but after you make a couple pencil lines to see what curve you like the best, you're going to then take one of the chisel Sharpies, or you can just take a regular Sharpie, and then you're going to go over the line that you liked best so that you can kind of tell which line you're going to cut on. And my Sharpie is kind of dying here, but you get the idea of finding that line that you will be cutting on, and so you know exactly which line that you need to be looking for. Making sure, again, before you start cutting, that you re-measure everything. So I know that my bottom part needed to be 28 3/4 inch, or 28.5. So I'm going to write that down, 28.5, and it looks like that is correct. Then I knew that one of my sides needed to be 13 3/4 inch. So if I go back and remeasure that, I know that that is right, and I can write that right in there, 13 3/4 inch. And then this measurement, making sure that this measurement was in far enough. In case it wasn't, then you can go back and you can do it again. It looks like it was good, and I still like that angle of my tape. So after you have most of your sides drawn, sometimes I think it's easier to have your sides drawn and then cut them out to make sure that you have enough space for everything. And this should take you at least a whole class period to get all of your sides and your shapes drawn onto either chipboard or cardboard before you start cutting things out. So make sure that you are doing that before you go on to the cutting and labeling your sides, to make sure that you know which side is what, and you can even write, this is my side, and this piece down here is my bottom for my tape dispenser. So after you have all that, you can go on to the next video.